Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Contention public match on Forest stream for you. With that all being said, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. So with that all being said, let us get into the fight here. Server pop is about 200 right now at 6 p.m. Eastern time on October 27th. Finished up the historical rules event, got some dinner, and here we are. Imbalance is initially 8 towards the CSA side. When you consider artillery into the mix, Union's got 12 on artillery for I don't know what reason, and Confederates have 3. So adding 9 on top of the 7, 16-man infantry in balance in favor of CSA, or officers for CSA are Viceroy Texas, Tickles, Coffinger, Waluigi, and no artillery officer. And then for Union side, you got Chapter Master, Pilot, Fred the Red, Krabby Brute, and Karaman for the Union artillery. Reason why I say that is because Union artillery is located here, Confederate artillery is located up there. They kind of can't do anything unless that's the point of contention, and I don't know if I've ever seen that point be selected for the initial point of contention. But this is the initial point here for contention. CSA a little close to that. They're going to get there first. Union kind of went a roundabout way, but if they kind of head direct at this and CSA gets to the point first, it's all open field, so you can't really blame Union for trying to go around and maybe using the trees in cover. There's a really good no Union approach unless they try to flank the CSA from this way, but that's going to take a long time for them to do. So CSA gets this point first, and if you've never seen contention before, it isn't really covered a whole lot on this channel, because the private events that we watch normally don't play contention that much. But how it works is one of 6 points is randomly selected. Like there's the flagpole that's currently capped by CSA there. You have a flagpole, pretty sure there's one over here. Yep, it's inside this little orchard. You have the one over there that I mentioned. You also have one further in the woods over there. You got one down there in the center of your screen, and then one is by the Burnsides Bridge. But each team is fighting over this point. If they capture the point, they have to start holding it for 7 minutes. You can see the progress of how long the team has held a point based on that red bar that's slowly filling up in the center compass on the top of your screen. Once that is fully capped, the opposing team will go down a whole morale stage, and a new point will be chosen at random. But if no team fully captures a point by the time the gold timer hits 0, which is underneath that black timer there, a new point will be automatically chosen. If a team is still trying to cap a point while the gold timer hits 0, the game will let that process finish out. So the team that doesn't have a cap has an opportunity to lower it. And that is basically contention. Deaths are worth normal tickets. It's great and all. So you can see the Union. They're trying to get around CSA's flank, get up on the snake fence, and then slowly push their way up the hill to that flagpole. But CSA is reacting as they should. They're slowly shifting down the hill right now, trying to prevent Union from getting there. And I mean, numbers are probably more solidified, but it's still
open independent fire if you see them.
What is it? 2, 14, 11-man infantry in balance, which for how many? 200. It's kind of a lot. Union could still definitely win, but having that many guys on artillery who aren't going to be doing anything. I mean, we can quickly look over at this Union artillery position. Look how far away they are. Like, I'm going as fast as I can with my spectator camera, and it takes a while. Like, look what they could see. They can't see anything. What are they doing? Nothing. So in terms of the combat effectiveness of artillery on any conquest and contention map, it's pretty low. Of course, people can go on it if they want, and they're going to have some fun back and forth with their artillery, but unfortunately for all artillery, if you like playing it and the map is contention or conquest, you're probably not going to be able to use it a whole lot, just because the points most of the time are not near it. But Union can't, I mean, they can try to go further this way if they want. They got to go across an open field, and there's not a whole lot of cover trying to go up. But CSA has this point entrenched. Their team working very well. They got a big old line there, while the Union side is, in a sense, spread out. I mean, they got, you could argue 2 or 3 independent groups. They're kind of doing their own thing. Looks like this right group's going to try to make a move for it. Because CSA's kind of shifted so far down the hill, it's given the Union maybe an opportunity to turn on this flank. CSA officer, Coffinger sees it. Krabby Brute goes down. And this Union assault is very trickled in right now. You can see the other flags starting to motion around, but you could see CSA already shifting. So, actually, Union artillery hit close. I don't, just because the hill kind of continues going up here, I don't think Union artillery is going to be able to hit a shot. He might be able to explode over like they did a second ago, but who necessarily knows. Union attempting, but they're just going to get completely outshot. CSA's basically fallen back. Union kind of playing this well for what they have. It's hard for them, though. Union flanking around the side as CSA kind of overreacted going up the hill. They're going to start turning around, and CSA will probably hold this just because a company or 2 got wiped up by the flagpole, and now CSA with their whole team is going to turn down and face the Union force that's really trickling in. Is this? Who's this? Yeah, Krabby Brute's back in with his guys. They're trying to put pressure, but that's the hard thing with contention. If you're Union right now, you got to be asking, is it worth trying to take this point? Because look at Union's down half a morale stage trying to take this point. They've made no progress. They're probably not going to get it. So you got to ask the question, is it worth trying to take the point when I don't know if I'm going to take it? If you don't think you can take it, don't attack it. Because in about a minute and 35, 40 seconds, the CSA is about to knock the Union down a whole morale stage on top of the 2/3 of a morale stage that they have lost. So, rough start for Union. They got plenty of time. The nice part, at least, about Conquest is that you can lose a point. You can lose a point of contention. Generally, most Conquest matches go for roughly 3 to 4 points.
Gunfighting these people.
And you can lose you can lose one of those points and still be fine. The hard part for Union, though, is this point that the CSA have is in the direct center of the map. And if you're Union, you want to try to set yourself up for success to get to the next point. Problem is, next point's RNG. You don't know where it's going to be at. If the next point was by the Burnside's Ridge, which is behind them, Union might have some luck with that. But if it's any other point, CSA is going to have a great opportunity to spring up on it. And so
I'd say we should just give this one up.
You can hear what they're saying.
Well, just keep in mind, guys.
Second B, let's go.
Super green.
All right, Wisconsin A, right face, double quick. Let's move.
Boys, let's go.
So you can hear them saying they're giving up the point.
North.
Maybe should have done it a little sooner, but you know, in the heat of battle and everything, you can't necessarily blame everyone for doing things. It's a lot harder down there than what we got up here, being able to see everything. But great start for CSA. We'll see where that next point is. We'll know in about like 20 seconds.
Line up, New York A. Come here, New York A. Get on the line, New York
Wisconsin
A.
A, we're gonna line up right here.
So Union, I like what Union's doing though. They're in a crappy spot, but what the best they can do is reform as a team, which they're at least doing right now.
We're gonna be moving soon. Once the next point.
But the question is, of course, where is that next point, and who's going to be closer?
You don't see much of the lobby.
So this next point looks to be over by the artillery. Yeah, the artillery is going to get in the action. Huge dubs. I don't think I've seen Forest Stream fight over this point before. Over by the artillery. But look at that. Union's already down to almost taking losses, and CSA is going to get here first. Now, Union artillery has a huge opportunity here to get a lot of great shots. That shot went way into the woods. But unfortunately for them, CSA is going to get to this point first. They're going to kind of, I would expect them to defend on this wood line here. They might even push into the corn up to here to also harass artillery and prevent the Union from getting here. But we'll see what approach Union wants to take. I think it'll be interesting. So, CSA capping that point. Union's probably going to be down to breaking if they lose this point. They're going to go down to taking losses. And CSA already setting up a very good defensive position. I almost think, granted, this is probably just from an overview perspective. If anything, Union should try to go around this side and hit this way because it provides the cover of the wood line. If you try to attack where they're going right now, you got to cross some open field, and it's going to make it kind of difficult to do that. Union starting to arrive. They're not sitting and shooting. Union artillery should be pounding this right here. But CSA is going to get it nonetheless, and it looks like Union's going to try to go through the corn to make their approach.
Alright, I'm out. Front.
Are these Rebs in front of us?
No, there's a friendly already been. Freddy already ran. Freddy
You're right.
already
We're going to kill the friendlies.
To the left, or to the friendly.
Artie, we'll need you to hit point.
Oh, right in front of my cannon, eh? Right in front of my cannon. What can I hit if you're right in front of my cannon?
So, CSA mostly holding back. I'm a little surprised CSA did not push up to these snake fences or up to that white fence there. Because you're giving Union a lane to kind of hit you on the side. Artillery, they have a nice spot. They can use the cannons and caissons. But it's nice that they're using the wood line as well. You have another Union company still moving over. 2 companies still moving over. Maybe that's 1, but it's really spread out. But Union might have a good opportunity at this point.
Hey, I'm walking over here.
We're gonna go around southwest and try to hit their rear. We're gonna be quiet around it. We're gonna go southwest. We're gonna try to hit him in the back. We're gonna use Krabby probably as a distraction because he's taking too long to get here.
Yeah, we're just waiting for their last company
So,
to get here, gentlemen.
Union, you could hear them there. They're waiting for the remainder of their guys to show up. If Union can overcome this match, it's going to be pretty impressive.
Whoa.
And Union all formed up. They got all 4 flags. They're starting to move towards the CSA line, which Union's got a nice flank on them potentially. CSA, some are shooting. I think they're shooting at rainbows and whatnot. Union's just going to charge in, which I like to see. CSA first volley kills the first few. And look how spread out Union is. This is a little unfortunate for them. We'll see how this goes, though.
Charge, Bruce.
You might win this battle now, but when Sherman gets here, you're gonna be fine.
Come on, push, boys, push. Stab and go. Stab and go, gents. Stab and go.
I don't know which one of those 2 guys there was playing the FSU chant, but that's pretty hype. So, CSA win that pretty easily. I mean, Union probably would have been seen regardless. They didn't send their flags in, which kind of makes sense. I mean, they got beat pretty badly, so in the end it was a good thing their flag stayed back. But it looks like Union charged out right like that to draw CSA's attention away from the point. And now Union's gathering their flags, getting those respawns in, getting 4 guys in per 5 seconds. And they're gunning it to the point. CSA already moving in to react. Waluigi shifting down with his guys. They're charging straight at the point. Trying to prevent the decap. Union's got to fully lower it for that red bar to stop.
Form up, gentlemen. Spirit wall. Let them. Don't let them. Yeah, let them come, guys. Come on.
Shoot that officer. Shoot that officer.
Artillery getting into the mix. CSA as a team starting to collapse down. And if I'm CSA, I try to charge the Union out here, wipe their flags, cripple their entire respawn.
Behind. Rambo's behind. Rambo's behind. Oh my god, you're dumb.
CSA is playing a little cautionary here. I mean, are any of them saying the Tickle's starting to run his guys forward? Coffinger, you can hear get in the corn. They got they're slowly making their way over there. Longer they wait, though, Union's going to be able to get a majority of those flags back. 3 of them so far, and they're going to be able to get those respawns. They might get the 4th flag out. It looks like they will, so...
Back boys, press T, press T. Open over.
Regardless, though, this
with the
is
formation,
going very well for
Let's go with the friendlies.
the CSA side. Union's completely fallen back. They will keep their flags. But, again, it's looking like CSA is going to get this first point.
Still won't let me get on.
Guys, we have to pick up flags as soon as they go down.
Get online, get online, get online, get online.
Union Artillery's getting a shot in or so.
Oh, yeah.
Wisconsin, form up on the right.
Hold here. Goddamn.
But we'll see how Union responds. CSA kind of returning to those original defensive positions outside of the one group that's pushing up more towards the corn.
Alright, we're gonna form up the L. I need a bunch of people go left here. Fill the space.
And so CSA shifting further left. I like that. They're learning from the mistakes. It's not necessarily a mistake because they won that pretty decisively, but honestly, it kind of makes me wonder, right? If CSA holds there, Union's going to be able to get engaged in that melee right away. But since CSA wasn't there, they had to charge across the open. Granted, I think Union should have gone through the corn, maybe over to this corner, and then charge in, not over here where they ran through the complete open, but it is what it is. Tickles was going to have his guys charge in here, though. I think it's going to catch Union off guard. Union just started moving forward, too.
Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. You little rebel!
And so Union's going to win that, but what that caused is kind of chaos. You see some of the Union moving up on the left side. You got a bunch still sticking back. The flag sticking back, too, and that's huge. So... Waluigi, his guys are slowly killing the few that are moving out. You do have the Union team finally getting reorganized after that push, and they're starting to charge this point out. Union Artillery hitting a shot. CSA starting to collapse down from the artillery.
Face right, here they come.
Finally, people are decapping. Protect the decap! Protect the decap! Gentlemen,
And Union... No, never mind. Point captured. And that last point is going to be by CSA Spawn. So this round is... This round's going to be a little close to being done with. Wow, this was a very open shut case. But, you know, it happens. So CSA is starting to make their move towards the final point here. It'll likely be the last point. Union will probably go in the last stand as the round kind of finishes out here. Union Artillery hitting a guy or two. Union still reforming here. As probably in their next push, they will go down to last stand.
Every 5 seconds. Most likely because of that. Typically the most common reason. If people spawn in and they get hit immediately because the enemies are aiming for the flag.
Hit you.
Don't reload behind the line. Collats are a thing. Don't reload.
So Union still taking shots at the CSA group that is now pulled out of the area.
Lateral.
And we'll see what Union does, but... This is kind of unfortunate because the contention round I saw before this on smokestacks, it was neck and neck until the end. CSA ended up winning it, but it was neck and neck until the second to last point. CSA won it, and the Union desperately was going in, and it caused Union to get way too spread apart and scattered, and Union could never really recover from being beaten. on that point, and so CSA quickly as a team swept up that last point and won.
Yeah, I know. I know.
There you go. Keep moving. They're right there. Don't move. Don't move.
All right.
I'm ready to move whenever you get there.
Let's advance order.
Vaporize.
Union killing their own guys with their artillery.
First
The highest
engagement, we're
number.
going to go last stand, so let's just have a good push for our last hurrah here.
Let's wrap around southeast.
Wipe their R2 for us.
Great mindset, by the way.
All right, gentlemen.
Outside of campaign events, in public matches, if you're in Conquest and Contention and it is as lopsided as this and your team goes in the last stand, die in a glorious last charge.
Spread it up, spread it up, spread it up.
That's part of the reason CSA's been doing it so good every round is because everybody is at the front of the line. They don't have people lagging 30 seconds behind like we do right now. NCOs,
they could
please
be a
go to
little
the rear
behind.
and tell people to sprint to catch
Don't
up.
tell those flags to move.
Even one of the flags is back there. What the fuck?
So, in this round, you know, Womp was making the argument that CSA is much more organized than Union is. The argument could be made that that's the case. I mean, even just looking at Union here, they are spread out, but every point of contention so far, CSA has gotten first and set up a good defensive position on good terrain that is just hard for Union to overcome.
This is Vietnam. What are you talking about?
So that is the, I think, unfortunate nature of contention.
Let's go. There's no reason.
Keep following this and Jack War.
That's the unfortunate nature of contention. Is how I think it should be is it starts off with a middle point. Both teams, it takes the same amount of time to get there off the rip of spawn. And then from there, each side fights. And let's say CSA wins. The next point of contention is a little closer to Union spawn. And then if Union wins that point, it goes back to that middle point. And it just goes kind of this trench warfare style gameplay. I think that would make this much more interesting and be a lot more balanced than the RNG random nature that is contention. But it is what it is. You got to make the best of it as Union, and so they wiped through Waluigi's group, I was pretty sure. Union a little scattered apart because of that charge, though. Union will hit last stand in the next charge. The officers are dead, except for the one over there, and he's leading a few guys. You have a one in the back as well, most likely a respawn.
Sharp forward.
But let's see how CSA is looking here on the point. Playing some tunes, vibing. They got initial defensive line on that point. You kind of got two back lines as well, each different companies. So two companies up front, one a little back, and then one even further back in reserve. So
movement north-northeast. Movement north-northeast.
I think this round is a case towards the unfairness sometimes of this. Union having some fun charging the artillery.
We caught him. Everybody, double back down on me. Double back down.
Union shortly. I mean, Union's still going down somewhat.
Yeah, press key in close quarters.
So we'll just kind of follow Union as they go. Nice Union RT. Union RT gets team kills. I don't know if they realize their friendlies were there, but it's a little unfortunate.
Charged after
I died
their.
immediately. I died immediately. So.
Because I charged after those flags and only 5 people came with me. The flags got away, but I was able to clean up most of it.
I died immediately, so I couldn't tell you, brother.
I know. I was letting you know.
So when Union does go into last stand,
It doesn't like. We just need to end this clean. We've played it pretty messy all around, officers included. All right, let's end this clean together. Let's bring it strong into second
What do you want to
round.
do with the flag?
Yeah, let's go.
Flags are coming in with us. It's win or lose. All right, this is a Hail Mary. Bayonets down the
All
road.
flags.
I think it's a lose or lose.
We're
But
gonna go around
flag?
once
south.
Union hits last stand, the point will be 3/4 of the
Flags
way
checker.
capped automatically. So if you see that red bar,
Bayonets down. Melee mode. You're not gonna
jump,
wanna be,
it's because of that.
Show her arms for this.
I don't think you can necessarily blame the Union officers for this loss. I mean, obviously there's some blame, but when you get an advantage like CSA did, you can't. You can't do a whole lot.
So stab one. And then it's gonna
Keep
stab
moving.
them
This
again.
is just a couple
But-
ranges. Just follow me. We're gonna cut across now. We're gonna cut across because they're gonna think.
That point
Follow
might be
me.
3/4 capped before
Follow the
Union
line.
hits
Follow the
last stand.
line. Follow the line.
The hell? We just went on a giant shark.
Right here, right here, right here. Charge him in the side. Charge him in the side.
Charge him, charge him, charge him,
There we
charge him.
go.
Charge.
CSA did charge out. Ooh, this might make things a little interesting. And there we go, Union's in last stand. I don't think that red bar went up a little. CSA did charge through, which almost left CSA out there and defeated in detail, but unfortunately it's not. Got a couple Union guys left over here. I mean, how many guys stayed on Union artillery? There's still 11 on it. Okay. Imbalance is not sufficient enough to justify that, but... Like, I kind of wonder how differently this map would have gone if the RNG was at different points. Maybe CSA would have dominated, but unfortunately we don't know what it is in this case. He just team killed that flag. Oh no, Wojtek getting 2 kills. He froze. Gonna kill the... And,
Pick up that other flag, lads. Come on, pick up that flag.
Imperatorek
Yo, pick up that other flag.
saves the day. So, we got about 45 seconds until this round is over. That clock's just going to whittle out. The unfortunate thing with Conquest and Contention is that when a team hits last stand, you basically got to wipe every single person outside of like 2 or 3, 4 guys for the round to end. So, and Union's got 11 on artillery. So, unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the round, but... Fletcher, can you get the...
I want those colors. That's going to go in Jeff Davis's library. Stop your run.
Fletcher just team stabbed.
Stop your run. I want those for Jeff Davis's library. Come
Can the flag bearer make it out? He does the little loop-de-loop around the tree. 2 missed shots. Oh, he stopped. No. Oh! Anyways, well done to CSA. I really wonder if the positioning of everything really caused CSA to win. But, you know, well done to them. They did what they needed to do to win. That's frankly all you can ask for. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, we have a Patreon in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. But besides all that, thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.